Dripping in metaverse, broken the street. Designer avatar, can't afford to eat. Log in looking rich, log out in debt. Welcome to the life that you ain't seen yet. Got a penthouse in the server, a yacht in the cloud. My avatar stunning, but my landlord's loud. Pixel Gucci on my chest in the virtual hall. Meanwhile, my real shoes got a hole in the sole. Flex on the timeline, fake it till you make it. Digital diamonds, nothing but a simulation. Crypto wallet fat, but the fridge is thin. Welcome to the metaverse, nobody wins. They see the highlight reel, the avatar glow. They don't see the eviction notice 3 weeks ago. Curated perfection on a broken screen. The richest broke man you ever seen. Avatar flex, real life stress. Looking like $1 million in the digital mess. Swipe right on the fantasy, swipe left on the truth. Living in a filter built for the you. Built for the you. Loading, please wait. The real me is buffering behind the fake. Press start to continue the charade. Avatar flex, Posted a vacation I haven't taken yet. Rented a fifth for the camera, then went into debt. Common saying goes, if they only knew. The Wi-Fi I'm using is the neighbors too. They worship the version that I built online. The one who never struggles and is always fine. But behind the username and the filtered face is a man just trying to hold down a place. So my soul to the timeline, chasing the cloud. Performance art is all this life's about. One day the server crashes, what's left of me? Just the rent I owe and my real history. This ain't wealth, it's wallpaper. This ain't life, it's a screensaver. Turn it off, and what do you see? Just a tired man trying to be free. Some feelings don't come out in English. Some feelings don't come out of my mother tongue either. So I rap somewhere between two languages. That's where the real lives. I moved at 7, left the only tongue I knew. Walked into a classroom where the words were all brand new. They laughed at how I said the things I meant the most. So I went silent, turned my mother tongue to ghost. I dream in one language but explain myself in another. 2 countries in my chest, neither one feels like cover. There's a word back home that means grief fused with long and deep. No translation in the dictionary, it's mine to keep. So when I rap, I'm building bridges out of both. The only place I feel complete is in this oath. Between the bar and the breath, between the 2 tongues I own. That's the only place I've ever truly felt at home. Lost in translation, found inside the rap 2 languages, and neither one can hold me back. Second language pain, first language shame. But in the bars, I finally found my name. Code switch the verse, but keep the feeling whole. One tongue for the world, one tongue for the soul. Translation found in every bar I wrote. This is how I learned to let the both of them coexist. My grandmother called me by a name they never used at school. A name that held a history, a prayer, a golden rule. When I try to explain what that name means in translation, it just becomes a name, something gets lost in the equation. My mother cried in the language when the pain was past words. In English she just said I'm fine, and nobody heard the real meaning of I'm fine. Back home is I'm not, but I'll manage. And that gap between the meanings is where I build my language. I rap for every kid who fell between 2 worlds, for every diaspora boy and every lost tongue girl who learned to code switch just to fit inside a room, but carried an entire culture underneath the costume. I have 2 languages. One is for the world outside, one is for the truth inside. And somewhere in between is everything I've ever wanted to say, but never had the words for, until the beat dropped and the bars gave me permission. They asked me where I'm really from. I said the in-between, the hyphen in my identity, the space that's never seen, neither here nor there completely. Both in either two, building something new from pieces. That's what I do. The accent that I carried was the flag they used against me. The culture that I held inside was something they resented. But I took both wounds and turned them into architecture. Every scar a column, every bar a lecture on what it means to live between two sets of walls. To answer the two names down different kinds of halls. This rap is not a compromise, it's a third creation, born from the collision of a split-tongue generation. This rap is my third language, the one that holds the other two, the one nobody gave me. I built it. Lost in translation. Imagine every bar. No A&R, no advance, no deal. Just me and the people keeping this real. Pay what you want, or don't pay at all. The music's gonna reach you regardless of the wall. They wanted me to sign away the rights to my name. Wanted a piece of the voice and the pain and the flame. I said keep your contract, keep your corner office chair. My fans are my label and the streets are my mail. Dropped it on a Tuesday, no budget, no press. Woke up Thursday, 10,000 in the chest. Not the chest account, I mean the one inside. The one that feels when the music can't be denied. No playlist placement, just word of mouth fire. No marketing team, just real desire. Community built it brick by brick, hand to hand. This is what hip-hop was before the business plan. No label, no leash, no master, no release form. I answer to the people in the seats. No contract on a cage, what I was born to be. Pay what you want, the art ain't for sale, but the truth inside the bars will never fail. Independent, unfiltered, running free. No label, no leash, just you and me. They said without promo, you disappear in a week. I said watch how loud silence speaks. Put a price tag on it, pay what you feel. If you're broke right now, just promise to keep it real. Somebody streamed it 40 times on a train. Said it got them through a season of pain. That's the currency I was always chasing. Not the chart position, not the brand placement. 6 years grinding with no cosign in sight. Every show I played to 30 people at night. Now those 30 people told 30 more. And that's how the underground opens a door. I don't need your algorithm, I don't need your A&R vision. I need a kid in the back of the room who feels every single word I say. Who feels every single word I say. No label, no leash, no mask, no release form. I answer to the people in the seats. No contract gonna cage what I was born to be. Pay what you want, the art ain't for sale, but the truth inside the bars will never fail. Independent, unfiltered, running free. No label, no leash, just you and me. This is for the ones who built it from the ground. No budget, no buzz, no industry crown. Pay what you want, or carry the song. The music was always meant to belong to you. To you. To you. We don't broadcast. Reset, no. If you know, you know. If you don't, this wasn't for you. Before the internet, we had the corner and the crate. Before the algorithm, we had the tape and the weight. Passed it hand in hand, like contraband and gospel. The underground wasn't a label, it was a hostel. Where the ones who didn't fit the mainstream tamed the rest. Where the outcasts and the visionaries shared the chits. A music that the radio would never touch. Too honest, too complex, too much. I learned the signal before I learned the song. A head nod in the record shop, that means you belong. A certain kind of selection on your shelf back in said everything about who you are and who your kin. Read the smoke, it says we're still here. The ones the algorithm buried gear by ear. Signal through the silence, message in the A. Smoke signal cipher built for the underground day. Underground day. You don't need a platform if you know the code. Every handshake is a network, every bar's a node. Read the smoke before the wind takes it away. Smoke signal cipher. We communicate this way. The network runs on trust and reciprocity. You put me on, I put you on. That's the policy. No contracts, just a handshake and a shared belief. At the underground would always be the rules beneath. We built it in the basement, in the park, in the van, on the corner, in the cypher with a microphone stand. Every verse a smoke signal aimed at the ones who hear. The frequency only recognizable to those who been here. I'm sitting bars in code that the mainstream can't read. A language built from hunger, only planted as a seed. And the ones who say we're records till the meter ran out. The ones who know exactly what the cipher's about. The smoke said somebody out there is carrying the same weight. The smoke said the ones who are real will find each other late. Late in the night, late in the grind, late in the wait. But they always find each other, that's how we create. This isn't a style, that this is acting transmission. This is out of cultures, days and live. To every schism, every beef, every trend, every corporate decision. The underground was always there, independent of permission. Read the smoke, we're still burning. Read the smoke, we're still learning. The signal never died, it just went deeper. The real ones went quieter to go further. Signal sent, signal received. If you heard it, you were always meant to. Read the smoke, read the smoke. Na 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 na. They blew the whistle before I touched the ball. Offside before I was born. The referee was never gonna call it fair, so I stopped playing their game. They drew the field before I learned to run. Set the boundary where the sunlight never comes. Told me play by the rules, but never showed the rulebook page where it said that only certain jerseys make the stage. I studied all their tactics, learned their language clean. Still got flagged at every play, you know what that means. The system isn't broken, it's working as designed to keep a certain kind of player far behind the line. I've been offside in classrooms, offside in interviews, offside in the neighborhoods they built the box you to. So I developed my own formation on the side, a different kind of movement, they can't flag my stride. Read from the whistle, I knew from the start. They wrote the rules to keep me off the chart. Born offside, in a game they designed, but I'm playing a different game now, one that's mine. One that's mine. You can't call a foul on a player who left the field to build his own arena. Born offside, but I crossed every line. Read from the whistle, but the victory's mine. Studied the scoreboard, never added up right. Different math for the ones born into the light. Same hustle, half the credit, that's the formula they run. Different starting block for daughters and for sons. I don't want your sympathy, I want your understanding of a game where half the players star while others are still standing at the gate being processed, checked and rechecked twice. Born with the talent, but they want it at half price. So I built the stadium on the turf, control the call. No referee above me now, I built the wall. And when they ask me how I made it past the line, I say I stopped respecting rules that were never mine. The whistle blew, I kept running, the flag dropped. I kept coming offside, they said, but the finish line doesn't care what they said. New rules, new field, new game built from the ground by the ones they tried to keep out of the game. Read from the whistle, but we won. One that's mine. Hey. La 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 la. They didn't recommend me, they didn't suggest me. No editorial, no placement, no press. Just the music and the people who found it themselves. No Discover Weekly, no release radar push. No algorithm hand to guide them to the bush. But they found me like they found water underground. Following the feeling till they heard the sound. Somebody's cousin put it in a group chat. Somebody's homie said, yo, you need to hear that. Burned it on a USB for a road trip drive. And that's how underground music stays alive. The platform never knew my name last year, but the people in the know, they knew I was here. Shadow playlist, living in the gray where the real ones find the real ones every day. Off algorithm, off the radar, unbothered by the metrics, surviving without data. If the machine won't find me, the people will. Off algorithm, existing still. Off algorithm, no push notification for this truth. No sponsor placement for this proof. Just word of mouth through the underground wire. Off algorithm, never gonna expire. You got 1 million followers, I got 1 million reasons. You got the summer push, I got all 4 seasons. You got the budget, I got the believers. You got the playlist, I got the receivers. There's a difference between being popular and being heard, between being seen and being felt in every word. The algorithm picks the loudest, not the truest, the trending, not the timeless. Ask the blues kids, I've been passed around in college dorms, sitting in somebody's headphones through their storms. That's more valuable than any chart position. That's the original hip-hop tradition. Not every great song was a hit. Not every hit was a great song. The system isn't built for truth, it's built to keep the traffic long. But somewhere someone has my record on repeat, and that's enough. That's always been enough.
Shadow playlist,
still running.
shadow playlist,
Still becoming. You didn't need the algorithm to find me, and I didn't need it to be free.
shadow playlist,
Still running.
shadow playlist,
Still becoming. You didn't need the algorithm to find me, and I didn't need it to be free. They said the sound was dated. I said dated like a fine wine, or dated like a document that still holds up in court. I'm the latter. I remember when they said the boom bap was dead. Said the sample heavy era had to rest its head. But the kids who never lived it are reviving it now. Boom bap on the TikTok, tell me who's dead and how. I was making timeless when timeless wasn't selling. Now the wheel turned back and I'm the one they were telling. I don't chase the waves, I study the ocean. I don't follow the trend, I respect the motion. Trends expire like yogurt, short shelf, quick sell. Truth expires like marble, which means it doesn't well. My catalog is aging like a bottle in the cellar. Every year it gets more valuable, ask any reseller. I watched a dozen sounds rise and fall around me. Never pivoted once, and the ones who left still found me.
still spinning.
No expiration date, what they called old fashions, what the young ones crave. Timeless hits different when the trends all fade. Still spinning, this is how the legends are made. They tried to shelf me with the dated and done, but the classics get restocked, never really run. No best before, no sell by on the soul. Still spinning, this record never gets old. I've outlived 3 eras of whatever's hot right now. Watch the sound shift 6 times, still here, still proud. Every generation that discovers what I made tells me that it sounds like something new that just got played. That's the mark of real, when the new ears think it's fresh. When the grandkid finds the record and it hits them in the chest. I'm not nostalgic, I'm structural, built to last. The present keeps collapsing back into the past. They bring back the kicks and the snares I was already on. They bring back the flows that I was running before the dawn. I'm not a throwback, I'm a foundation stone. The house they're building now was built on what I've sown.
Trends are weather, music is geology. I'm not a forecast, I'm a formation. Pressed in vinyl, carved in memory. Still spinning, still spinning.
No expiration, no sell by date, no best before, just music that refuses to not matter.
Still spinning. Still spinning.
I don't raise my voice, I don't have to. The quietest person in the room is usually the one running it. Pull up to the table, everybody shift their weight. Something in my presence makes the temperature change the state. I don't say the most, I say the least and mean it all. Every word I choose is surgical, I don't drop the ball. They mistake the silence for surrender, that's their fault. The stillest water has the deepest vault. Watch me pour a glass and take a seat nobody claimed. I already knew the ending when I walked into the frame. They want the loud ones. The loud ones get corrected, the quiet ones get studied, calculated and respected. I've been the coldest room that everyone walks into, and nobody figures out that I already knew. Quiet villain, no announcement needed. The dangerous ones move undetected. Low voice, long memory, patient plan. The coldest room was always where I stand. No theatrics, just results in motion. No raised fist, just a calculated ocean. They'll feel the shift before they see the source. Quiet villain, stay the course. Never let them see the math behind the move. Never let the process interrupt the groove. I've been planning in the background for longer than they've known. Growing in the silence like a virus fully blown. They underestimated that was always phase one. Underestimation is my favorite weapon, son. While they broadcasted, I was building infrastructure. While they beefed on the internet, I was studying the structure. The ones who scream the loudest rarely hold the room. They burn bright and early, I'm the light that outlives the boom. A villain in the screenplay doesn't monologue at length. The real ones show you what they built, that is their strength. They wanted a reaction, I gave them nothing, and that nothing scared them more than any answer could. The quietest move is sometimes the loudest statement. Watch the room, learn the room, come the room. The coldest temperature is the one nobody warned you about. Quiet feeling, quiet feeling, already won, already here. Quiet feeling, quiet feeling, already won. 15 seconds for your hook, they said. 3 seconds for your face, they said. I said, I got 3 minutes of truth to bleed. Sit down, this ain't content, this is creed. You want a clip, you want a soundbite, you want the scroll stop hook. You don't want the story, you don't want the chapter, you don't want the book. So you swipe past the soul at 60 frames a second, never pausing long enough to hear what the pain is beckoning. I've been writing bars since before the short form age, back when attention spans were longer than the phone's front page. We used to sit with albums, let the needle drop. Now it's 15 seconds or the culture calls it flop. But I'm not a TikTok, I'm a novel. I'm not a thumbnail, I'm a gospel. You need 3 minutes, maybe 4 to feel the weight of everything I carry just to reach this gate. 3-minute warning, this song won't fit your feed. Too long for the algorithm, too real to be freed. I'm not your soundbite, not your viral clip. This is blood on paper, not a sales pitch. Not a sales pitch. Skip if you want, the ones who stay are the ones for whom I'm rapping anyway. 15 seconds can't hold what I've been through. 3-minute warning, this one's for you. They optimize the hook to hit it second 4. Front load the feeling, give them nothing more. A chorus engineered for a 30-second preview. Is that music or is that a revenue review? I remember when the verse could be a journey, when the bridge wasn't just filler for the attorney. When people press rewind because they missed the line, now they watch on mute with the captions on the timeline. My favorite rappers took their time to breathe, built whole worlds before they got to the hook's relief. I'm honoring that lineage with every bar I spit. 15 seconds, now I take what I need to get. I am not a reel, I am not a loop, I am not a trending audio, I'm the truth. Play me from the start, don't skip ahead. Some things take time before they reach your head. 3 minutes, let it breathe, let it breathe. The best things never fit inside a feed. Hey. Oh, the best things never fit inside a feed. Hey. You see the surface, smooth. You don't see what had to burn to make it that way. The scar don't show weakness, the scar shows survival. Yeah. I don't have the chapters where I almost didn't make it. Every wound I walked through, couldn't break it, couldn't shake it. Tissue grows back harder when the damage hits the bone. It's not a metaphor, that's science. That's how I was grown. They look at me and see the calm, the ease, the steady hand. They don't see the years I spent on foreign broken land. Every diagnosis, every door that closed in shame. Every room that wouldn't have me put iron in my frame. I flex the scars because the pain had a purpose. Strip me all the way down just to rebuild the surface. You want the glow, you gotta earn the dark first. I didn't ask for the fire, but I mastered the thirst. It's scar tissue, don't lie. Every mark tells you where I didn't die. Flex what they left behind. Upgraded every time they tried to break my mind. Vulnerable enough to show you where it hurt. Strong enough to wear the wound like Taylor Word. You thought the damage was the end of me. Scar tissue flex, it was just a surgery. Emotional scar tissue, different from the skin kind. Takes longer to form, harder to find. But when it sets, nothing moves it anymore. I've been moved and unmoved and moved right to my core. The people who I love the most left the deepest marks. Carved their names in places I don't show in the dark. But I carry every letter like a lesson earned. Every bridge they burned became the fuel I burn. People say forgive and forget, I say remember and rise. Use every ghost they left inside to sharpen both your eyes. I'm not bitter, I'm better. There's a difference in the weight. Scar tissue don't hold grudges, it just holds the gate. Touch the scar, feel the history. Every texture is a testimony. I survived this, and this and this, and still I'm standing. Still I'm here.